Gentlemen, ladies, and I'm Todd here. Welcome back. Made it through the Christmas holiday and getting ready to go back to work tomorrow, which means I'll probably be posting this video tomorrow. I hope y'all had a good Christmas. I did. I got quite a few video games, but they were kind of bought through people giving me money or some extra money that I got from working and stuff like that. So one of the games my sister bought me, and it was really awesome. I'm going to do it probably last out of the bunch. And other than that, all I got was a couple of shirts from her, and I'll show those at the end. There's probably enough material there to cover Montana, but that's what you get when you're a big guy. You get these shirts that are like super wide, which I don't know. I always say I need to do something, or was gonna do something about my weight. It's always kind of been an issue for me in my life, growing up and just throughout my life. It's been an issue and a little bit of a struggle, but I've never been as big as I am now, and I just coming up on this next year, it's I'm going to be 40 years old, and that's not super old, but it got me to thinking, you really should start taking care of yourself, at least feel better and feel healthier, if not, exercise or try to lose weight. At least, you can be heavier and be healthier. You don't have to be a really, person that just digests junk food all the time to be overweight. And hopefully, given if you change that diet, scratchy, if you change that diet, hopefully you would lose a little bit of weight, but that's not the goal. But I don't know. I've been thinking about it a lot, and I went over to my sister's families on Christmas Day, and yesterday I went to my father's house and visit them, and of course they're showing some old home movies when we were like, I was probably 13 or 14, and I look at it and I was like, man, I thought I struggled with weight back then, and I look rail thin, I think, compared to the way I look now, and it's just like, I don't know, it gets you kind of motivated, but sometimes it's hard when you're the only one in your household and there's nobody else there kind of poking you with a stick, or saying, oh, should you eat that? It's all on you, and sometimes that's a little hard. I don't mean to preach, I'm sure there's plenty of skinny dudes that are like, get to the games, but there's probably some big dudes out there that feel my pain. So since the cat jumped down off the shirt, I'm going to go ahead and show them first. She was laying on them, even though I told her not to, but they're nice button-up shirts she got. I think she got them at Kohl's from the way the tags look. I think she didn't know if they would fit or not, but I think they'll fit nicely. I like this blue. I do like button-up shirts. I like t-shirts just as well. I'm not a person that feels, really like they're, restricted in a button-up shirt or something, but I really like this one. She's like, well, I know you said you like orange. I don't know if this is too orangey, but I kind of like it. I do like orange, which is funny that I have this orange on here, but that a big guy would want to wear a louder color like orange and draw even more attention to himself. But I thought that was pretty nice. Right now I'm clocking in a 4XL, and I have been for, I don't know, maybe ever since I've been on YouTube, I've been wearing at least a 3. I may have gotten up to a 4, and I may be getting back down to the 3 range, but I'm still wearing the 4. So, and shirts like that, it's harder to, for some reason they make them wider, but they don't always make them longer, and they'll pull up on you. I don't like that. When when you're a big guy and your stomach's hanging out because you reach your hands above your head. Yeah, the shirt's 10 times wide, but only 1 time tall. So anyway, those are nice shirts. I don't know what she paid for them. I hope she didn't pay what it says on the tag, because it says like $55 a piece or something. and I'm really hoping she didn't spend that much on 2 shirts, but I'm assuming she didn't. She used to work there, so I'm sure she probably either has a card or has knows, you know, people to get a deal or something like that. So anyway, let's get to these games. She got me that, and I got some miscellaneous gift cards from some guys at work, mainly for like the local grocery here, Hy-Vee. I know there's different groceries around the country, and Hy-Vee is like a Midwestern. I think it started in Iowa. I'm cleaning my nails so they don't look atrocious while I'm trying to do the video. But you know, they're from around here, so I got a $25 gift card for there, and they serve, you know, lunch stuff and cafeteria style kind of lunch items and things, and you can go there and get sandwiches, or you can go there and get a hot slice of pizza or some Chinese food or something. So that was nice of a couple of the sales guys chipped in and got us those, and one of the ladies just gave us straight up these Visa check gift cards or something. They were like $25, but basically I think you just get to use them wherever. That was a little confusing to me because I'd never seen one. I need just to go online to the website or whatever and kind of look at them and see how they work. And then I got a Quick Trip gas card, which I don't know. I usually go to Quick Trip to get gas and stuff. It's one of those deals where I feel better if I go to the same place and put the same gasoline from the same place. If I can get to a Quick Trip, because there's so many of them, that's where I usually will go, because you can usually find one. But, you know, I'll put gas in anywhere if I need gas, but I'm not going to go somewhere else for a cent or two, you know, 2-cent price break to put their gas in my car, just because, you know, I need 6 gallons of gas, so what's that, 12 cents I'd be saving or something, you know, it's just not worth it. So, but anyway, they serve lunch, you know, lunchy stuff there. They have hot dogs and those Chiquito rolls and, you know, sandwiches and stuff you can kind of get there, cold sandwiches as well. I think they made some new kind of like hot bar where they make little pizzas and things too, but I don't usually go there for that stuff. I'll probably end up using the card for gasoline or the quick gallon of milk or a 2-liter of soda or just a quick soda inside. So anyway, I need to speed this along because my Christmas video from my sister's house is still on the camera, and I didn't take it off, and there was only like 30 minutes to film, and I've been jawing. So what happened was yesterday when I was going over to my father's, I decided to swing by my bank and do a quick check deposit. They had given us a check for my work on Christmas Eve, and my bank is the next town over because I used to live in that town, and it's a small hometown bank, and I've never switched. And I always feel weird, even though they have like a group of banks that supposedly, you know, no matter which one you go to, it's cool. If I don't go to the specific 3 that are in Lee Summit, then Lee Summit, Missouri, I feel weird, like I don't feel like I'm for sure going to get my money in my account or whatever. I don't know. I probably should just switch banks to like U.S. Bank or Bank of America. I've heard U.S. Bank's really good. So, but yeah, I haven't. So I was on my way out to my father's to visit for the evening and stuff, and play some Wii bowling and eat pizza and stuff, and I decided to run by my bank and deposit this check. And right next door to this bank used to be a Blockbuster Video. Well, Blockbuster Video slowly has gone out of business as far as stores go. I think they still have an online presence and things like that, but you know, as far as going to a storefront, I don't even know if there's any around anymore. I haven't seen one in a while. But in its place, they put a Sport Clips, because it was a pretty wide building. They put a Sport Clips, and they also put a GameStop in there. And as I'm coming around the side after I had done the deposit, through the machine and stuff. I look up and I see they're having a buy two get one free sale at this GameStop, and I'm like, well, I just deposited, some money into the bank, and I had already done my Christmas Day stuff with my sister, so I knew what game she had gotten me, and I'm like, why not be a real glutton and a hoarder and go get some more games, even though my sister just bought me one? Well, there's a story behind that, but so I go in there, because I had called my father, and I'm like, I'm on my way, and he's like, well, nobody's here yet, so take your time. Of course, well, so I go in to the GameStop, and it doesn't really seem that busy when I go in there. When I first get there, it seems like there's a few families in there, and they're kind of looking around, but it's not real super busy, it doesn't seem like to me. And I go over, and I don't know, for some reason, I don't know, but I love my PlayStation 3. I got my 360 first. I've told that story. I got it because of the price and stuff. And I actually really almost care for the 360 controller. I almost like it better than the PlayStation controller. Almost. They're kind of equal. It almost nudges it, though. I almost feel like the 360 controller does kind of nudge it for me, even though I've loved the PlayStation controller ever since they made the analog one with the vibrations back on the PlayStation 1. It's been basically the same design and stuff, and Xbox has changed, and they've tried to change the PlayStation controller designs, and people just don't want it changed, and I understand that. I mean, pretty much I think they've locked it in. I don't think they really should change it, but I don't know, I almost like that 360 controller just a little bit better. But lately I've been buying PlayStation 3 games, even though my libraries were, for a long time, it was slanted toward the 360, but I think I might have more PlayStation 3 games now than I do 360 games. But when there's these sales, I feel like, well, I don't know, I usually feel like I need to buy all for one system. I didn't ask at GameStop, but I know at Vintage Stock you can mix and match. I'm sure you probably could there. Excuse me for coughing. But, I was like, well, I'll get for the PS3. And my sister had asked me a few games that I had wanted and before Christmas. And I had told her a few. And then, like I said, she got me one that I did want. And but there were still a couple on my mind that I had bookmarked on Amazon and stuff and hadn't really checked in a while. And kind of even forgotten what a couple of them kind of were. I was like, well, I'll go in and see if I can't find this one particular game, because it was fairly cheap. And then I was like, then if I can find, two more, I'll get the 3. And otherwise, I'm just going to buy the one game. And I go in there and I'm looking around, like I said, didn't seem very busy. There's 2 guys working the counter. There's one guy that comes back from break or going and getting something to eat. I don't know, while I'm there, because I see him go in the door to the back and then come back out, and he's helping the guys up the counter. Then there's a girl that's probably, between 16 and 20, working the floor. And she knows about video games. I'm not disparaging that at all. But she keeps asking me if I need any help. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm just looking. But she just kept asking me like 4 times. And like I said, while I tried to look quickly, and maybe 10 or 12 minutes, she asked me like 4 times if I was all right. And I was like, yeah, I'm good, thank you, and then there would be some guy standing next to me, maybe that was new, and then she would ask him, and then she's like, you still all right? And I'm like, yeah. So it kind of went on like that, but it ended up being where I grabbed 3 titles that I wanted, go to get in line, and I swear it's like 5 seconds before I decided to turn around and go over there, I think everybody in the store decided to get in line at the same damn time. Because literally there was nobody looking at games anymore. Everybody was in line, and they had a cattle corral thing, with the Christmas shopping season and stuff. They had like this cattle corral, the little like things amusement park type of deal. But this one's set up with the, stretchy rope or not velvet rope. No, those stretchy things that, retract and then they lock on the thing on the next pole or whatever. And God, I stood there in that line for maybe 25 minutes. And I was like, this is taking way more time than I thought I wanted to spend. But I'm like, I had found 2 of the games that I had really wanted. And then on the third one I was going to get for free, I was like, well, I kind of wanted it too. So I didn't want to put any of them back. And I was like, you've waited this long, just keep waiting. And I get up there. And usually they give you the whole big rundown, because I don't carry a GameStop card. I know there's some bonuses or some points that you can get and use them for stuff. I don't know. I just don't care that much. And I'm not buying games that frequently. So it's like, but I get up there and I was waiting for him to give me the full spiel. And he's like, you a member? And I'm like, no. And he's like, all right. And that was it. And he rung me up, and it was like $30 in some change, 50 something cents maybe, for these 3 games, and I was happy with what I got. So anyway, to start off, I'll start off with the one I got for free. This was the only one out of all the games that I picked up that didn't have some kind of instructions or something inside. But I have the first one, and I know I got it at the pawn shop. This one I think was going for like $12.99. That's why it was the cheapest one of the 3. Actually, I think it might be the same price as one of these other ones. But I went in and got it, and it is the game Prototype 2. I have Prototype 1. People are like, oh, you probably really dig Prototype. I forget what we were talking about. And they're like, I don't know. It seemed like kind of an Infamous-styled game to me. I really liked the guy was like... well, was I playing the first one? See, I haven't even hardly played the first one, so I think I stuck the first one in and started playing it just a hair. But I really liked that the dude could, like, jump up in the air and, like, glide. It was pretty cool, and he could, like, land on cars and bust them and stuff. It was, like, the very first level. And, I don't know if you play the same character in the second game. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, take revenge on the man who... It says... that no, you're not playing the same guy, I don't think. But it looks really awesome. The first one, like I said, I stuck it in for maybe 10 minutes or so and started playing it, and it seemed really good. I don't know what it is about me and like not starting or finishing games or feeling like I got to go buy more when I already have ones that are good titles. But anyway, it was clean. I don't know if you wanted to see that or not, but that was my freebie. And then this is the game that I went in there hunting for, and I don't know, it's gotten mixed. It had mixed reviews when I saw it, and even when I bookmarked it on Amazon, it had some different customer reviews, and it was varying opinions on it and stuff. But I watched their little like gameplay video of it for 3 or 4 minutes and stuff, and dug it. It's a Capcom game. Literally, this game online is going, I think on Amazon there were copies going for around $12.99 or $11.99 even. And I think I paid, I think it was $12.99 their member price. I think it was like $13 something. It was like $12.49 or something, and then it was like $13.99 or something. But this one doesn't have an instruction booklet per se. It has a little like warranty slip thing that's inside. So I'm just assuming that it doesn't have an instruction because there's so much tutorial stuff in it. But let me know in a non-super spoilery way if you dug these games and if they're cool. I am playing, this is the one I decided to start playing like I said, there's like an overload here. It's like when I bought Christmas gifts for my nieces, and they were all opening up these gifts. You know, when you open up one after another, I'd gotten them each like 5 or 6 things and didn't even realize it. My sister had gotten them each, you know, 5 or 6 things, and then, you know, so they had like a dozen gifts to open on Christmas Day, plus stuff that their grandmother and you know, Santa had brought and things like that. So so they were just on overload. And I ended up buying my niece, who's gonna be 7 February 25th. That's pretty crazy because when I started YouTube, she was either 1 year old or maybe not have even been out of the womb. I don't really know, but something makes me think she might have not even been born. So she's going to be 7 in a couple months, and I bought her this Monster High. I bought her a bunch of Monster High stuff last year. Bedspread and some pillows and some dolls and things. And then this year, I asked her mom, and she's like, she still likes it, and now the other one likes it, the 4-year-old. So she might want a doll too. So I ended up getting mainly Monster High stuff for the older one. The younger one still likes the Disney girls, the Frozen sisters and the Tangled and the Rapunzel from Tangled and the Brave girl, and so I got her kind of a mix, but I did get her one or two of the Monster High dolls. But the Livy, the older girl, the one that's going to be 7, I had loaned them Mario Kart months back, I mean toward the summertime, because they really don't have any games to play kind of family style or whatever. They had like Tetris and Wii Sports and like, I don't know, really that was about it. I think they have like the 3 Super Mario Brothers games that they had downloaded onto the console, but they don't have a whole lot of stuff. So I loaned them Mario Kart, and Livy got really good at it. She's better than me at it now because I haven't played it in so long. And I was going to buy him a copy of Mario Kart, but it's still going for quite a bit of money. And the last copy I saw used even was like a good $5 to $10 more expensive than what I had paid for it myself at the pawn shop. I think I paid $16, and they wanted like $25.99 or something. I was just like, I don't know. But I let them keep it because I've got so many games. I just let them play it. I'm not saying I'm giving it to them, but they play it. But I bought her this Monster High rollerblade racing game with the girls where they race on rollerblades and stuff. And she was like, oh, you know, that was her favorite gift that she unwrapped. And there was some other stuff that I had bought, and she, you know, and her mom had bought, and she just kind of looked at it and she's like, she goes, but I can't wait to play this, you know. And I was like, well, it's really, you know, I was like, that's awesome that she really loves that one thing. But it kind of sucked because it was like the rest of the stuff was just kind of like meh, you know. And it was just not like, you know. And she got some of the nice, you know, Freaky Fusion dolls and stuff. I don't know if any of you know what those are, but they're the more expensive in the series line of dolls or what. Did I ever even show this fucking game? Anyway, I don't know where that was going, but she got a game for Christmas. She was all happy about it. So this is one that I really wanted. This one I went in there for, and actually I've been digging it since I started it. So I don't know what people are hating on it about, but it's a Capcom game, and it's called Remember Me. Basically, it starts off with this girl named I think her name's Neelan. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, Neelan. And her memory has gotten erased, and these people are telling you to do this, that, and the other, and you were this, that, and the other, and you don't remember any of it. But evidently you can do some different things with, like, hacking people's memories and making them believe things, kind of like subliminal suggestion and things like that. But right now it's playing a lot like a Mirror's Edge, or kind of a Mirror's Edge mixed with like a beat 'em up style, kind of like a Devil May Cry, you know, the Capcom style. She doesn't have a weapon yet, but she's punching and kicking people, you know, and it's like strong attack, you know, regular attack, jump, you know, that kind of deal. And there's different combos. But evidently this game's pretty heavy on the combos, because you have to, like, program in your combos, and then certain ones are like, oh, use this combo to regain life, and you basically have to use it to do what they're saying at that moment, because for some reason your character lost all their life, or something coming out of a cinema, you know, things like that. But right now it's really cool. Like I said, I think I'm only in episode, it's broken into episodes. 2, I think. It starts off at 0, so I've only played like 2 episodes. But this was only like, seriously, $10 to maybe $12, $12 or $13 new online. So I mean, if you think you might dig it, I thought I might do a smidgy gameplay on it, since I'm playing it anyway. And then this one is another one that people, I remember different people really liked it, and it's one that I had bookmarked, but I don't remember a whole lot about it. I went in and picked it up. This was the most expensive one. It was probably like $15.99 or whatever. Like I said, it was the total was like $30 and some change. So this was like $15.99. I think that it was like 13 or 13 something, and then it was like some tax, and then I got the other one for free. But this one I picked up is a PlayStation exclusive. I guess this Remember Me is not a PlayStation exclusive. I didn't know whether it was or not, actually. And Prototype is not, I remember. This is a PlayStation exclusive. Heavy Rain. Heard some different things about this. Don't really remember a lot about it, but it was definitely, when I saw it there, I was like, I remember this, hearing this name, hearing about this game. Don't remember positively or negatively, so decided to pick it up. That was one. So then went over to my dad's. They're like, why are you so late? I'm just like, well, I got stuck in some traffic, and I'll go ahead and show the game my sister bought me. She got me those shirts and stuff, and then she had asked me what games I was interested in. I told her a couple of different games, and this is one of the ones I told her, and she writes me back, and she's like, well, did you want this one or this one? And I had to write her back and say, well, I have both of those. I want this one, you know? And I didn't expect that she would actually buy it, or find it, I guess. Not that she wouldn't buy it. But the reason why I haven't started this one is I haven't played through the first one yet. I haven't even started the first one yet. And I've heard it's really good, and I've heard this one's really good. And it's just like one of those things, I don't know whether I've stuck it in a few times, the first one, to start it, and I just don't know what it is, but it's like I go to play it, and for some reason I'm like, I don't know if it's just I know it's good, so I want to hang on to it in case I don't have anything good, you know, or I don't know. I need to just play it. It's stupid to wait. Life is short, carpe diem, and all that jazz. But I was really surprised, and I was really thrilled to get it. My sister picked me up the Walking Dead Season 2, the Telltale game version. She was asking me, do you want the Game of the Year edition or Survival Instinct? And I'm like, well, the Game of the Year edition is the first season. I already have that one. And she was texting me, so I had to call her and just tell her. And then the Survival Instinct, I already have, and I'm not real thrilled with it, mainly because I didn't realize it was a total, like, first-person shooter for the most part. And I just, I don't know. I stuck it in, and I was like, oh, man, this sucks. This is disappointment for me, just because I didn't realize it was totally first-person shooter. But it was so cheap when I bought it that it's just like it wasn't really a big deal. But my sister bought this new. It was new, not used. Nobody else has ever touched it but me. My greasy fingerprints are the only ones on the disc, if there is any. And that's that. I'm trying to pick up the pace here because I don't know how much time I have left after that big ramble, Christmas ramble. So So I was sitting here today, and I started playing that Remember Me, and I'm sitting here, and I was like, you know what? There were like one or two other games that I do remember that I wanted, that I had told my sister about, and I was like, I wonder if GameStops around here are running that sale, because that one was out in Lee Summit. And I was like, well, I'll run over and check. I don't really need to go spend money, especially buying more games, but, it'd be nice to go and check and see if they're, running the sale. And they were at the one that's kind of over by my work. So I went ahead and I bought 3 more games. The one I'm going to show first, the one I really wanted, and I'm probably going to have to print off some new cover art using art color printer or something at my job, because it looks like this got wet at some point, the artwork, the case artwork. But the disc and the game itself look fine. I know that I had played the Killer Is Dead a little while back, and I think the same guy had a hand in this one, but this one I've looked at a few times and never bought, and then decided I had it bookmarked for a long time, so I decided when I saw that they had a copy, this is the only used copy they had today, that even though the case art was a little messed up, I was going to go ahead and get it. And that is Lollipop Chainsaw. I went ahead and, like I said, I had this bookmarked for a while. This one was like $16 or something. It does have the instruction book and the disc. The instruction book looks like it may have been in the case when the case got wet, but not that it actually got wet itself. But this definitely got wet, and I took it out and looked at it, and that's why it's kind of wrinkled and a little bit discolored. But I'm sure I can Google search and find the cover art for it, and then just reprint it off and cut it down, and it'll look like 100 times better. But this was the game I wanted to go there and see if they had. I'm trying to think. Remember Me, that Season 2 Walking Dead and Lollipop Chainsaw were the 3 games I had told my sister about. So I ended up getting all 3 of them, even though I bought Heavy Rain and Prototype and Remember Me myself. I bought it with some work money, and then when I went over to my dad's, my uncle, his brother, had sent like a parcel to the house that had envelopes for all the kids that had some money, some checks in them, and I went back by my bank and deposited that on my way home from my dad's. And so I was like, my uncle, I could spend, $30 or so and get a couple games. Well, I ended up spending 40. But I'm trying to think. The Lollipop Chainsaw was like 17 or $18, and then one of these 2 were that I'm getting ready to show were like 18, and one of them was like 15, but it was free. Since I had been playing Devil May Cry recently, the new kind of rework, I've been really kind of into it, and I actually stopped playing Remember Me today and started playing the Devil May Cry game, because I'm like, I really need to just finish this one game, this Devil May Cry game, before I even start playing the Remember Me or any of the other games. And I played The Last of Us for a while, but I'm learning that as time goes on, I'm getting more and more set in kind of the games that I really will finish and play through, and more of the games that look really cool and are really awesome, but I'm not playing. And stealth and a lot of first-person shooting I don't care for. I like beat-em-up stuff, mission-based, that might be broken into chapters, that kind of stuff. Open world stuff is a little hard for me. That's why the Prototype, it looked a little more open worldy, and I don't know how far I'll get. Kind of like Infamous was kind of open worldy, but it seemed like Uncharted was cover-based shooting. I'm not very good at cover-based shooting either, so it's just like, I don't know. I'm getting, like I said, real specific nowadays with the type of games that I will finish, so I don't know if I should continue to buy games just because they're good or they look cool, because I won't finish it because I don't like the way it plays or the style of the game. It's not the type of game that I will play through. Anyway, to get back to it, I've been playing the Devil May Cry on the 360, but I saw this today, and it's the remastered HD versions of the original trilogy for the PS3. And I have beaten Devil May Cry 1 and 2, but I have never beaten the third one. And I started playing it a little bit ago, probably a few weeks ago, on the PS2. And it was good, but the graphics were a little bit... After playing the other Devil May Cry, the graphics felt a little bit stiff. And so if they reworked them in this HD version a little bit, I can't wait to play it on here. And then we still have the original 2 that we can check out in HD, which is cool. So I think I was saying that this is around 18 bucks. Like I said, I'm looking forward to playing this. Sorry, the camera did run out of time, and I had to start over. And I might have to jump up here in a second, because I put something in the oven, and it's going to have to be pulled out in about 6.5 minutes. I'm making cookies. So anyway, Devil May Cry. And then the third game that we picked up in this bunch of 3... I sat and explained this, and didn't get recorded, but I'll explain it again. This one, I've never beaten any of these. The original game, this is another HD, I'll go ahead and show it, the remastered. The Prince of Persia trilogy. I love these games, which is funny, because I haven't finished any of them. But the original Sands of Time, I had a girlfriend that had it, that we were playing it on the PS2, and I got about 80% through it, and then we had a falling out, and so she took the game. I didn't ever finish it. Then I got it for the Xbox when I was buying for the Xbox, and I started playing it on there. Got about halfway through it again, and then was given a copy of it for the PS2 again by a great YouTuber, Late Night Gamer KC, I think, gave it to me. And I went to go back to it and found out that I had, I guess, deleted my save file or whatever. I still have my game that's about halfway through it on the Xbox, but I never finished the original. The second game, I've only ever really played like the first level. And the third game, I think we also played through Itch. I think that was the one she played first. And then we played Sands of Time. And she used to work at Blockbuster, so I think she rented this one and actually played through it without... Well, no, I remember playing it, but she kind of beat it, and I didn't even make it about halfway through it. And then she had to take it back. So, anyway, it is complete. With the instructions and everything, which is awesome. I love the Prince of Persia games. I did beat the reboot, which I have for the PS3, not for the PS3, for the 360. So anyway, that's another 3 games that I already did have, but these are the HD versions, and I'm probably more likely to play through them now on the PlayStation 3 than I would be to dig out the other ones and play them on the PS2 or whatever. Like I was saying, the Devil May Cry, I don't know because I haven't looked at the Prince of Persia games. I remember the Prince of Persia, the first one had a distinct look that was slightly different to the other 2. Anyway, I need to play through those games as well. So technically, even though I bought 3 games here, I got 7 just there, and then another 4 over there, so 11 games. So these were the 3 I just picked up: Lollipop Chainsaw, Prince of Persia trilogy, and the Devil May Cry trilogy. And then my sister got me Walking Dead Season 2 for Christmas, and I picked up Heavy Rain, Prototype, and this game called Remember Me, which I am currently going to check out next after I beat Devil May Cry. I was going to try to do one of those fan them out kind of deals and show them all, but I'll probably drop them. But anyway, there we go. 7 games for Christmas, really 11, 7 discs, and then I got a couple of shirts and some game cards or gift cards to some different places for groceries and things like that, or lunches while I'm at work, or anything that you want to use them on. So, and gas for my car. So that's all I got. Appreciate y'all coming by. Hope y'all had as merry of a Christmas. Maybe not merrier. Well, no, I wish you merrier Christmas. Why not? Why should you have a subpar Christmas or a Christmas less than mine? So, anyway, I'm smelling those cookies, and we got about a minute 45 left on the timer. So, I'm going to sign off. Thanks for coming by. I am going to try to do some gameplay. I think on Remember Me, a little quick thing. I was going to maybe do some videos that I was considering. I'm not selling anything, but I was considering, what if I had to get rid of some stuff and I just had to have some essential items for each system. And I wasn't going to cap, but I wasn't going to say, oh, you can only have 10 games, oh, you can only have this. But I thought I would start with the Nintendo maybe and do what I call my essentials, and it would be what I would definitely want to hang on to out of all my Nintendo stuff. Probably around 20 games, and, you know, that type of deal. And just see, no specific number. I'm saying this would be essentials, what I would feel like this would be the awesome core of the collection that I would want to hang on to. So I'm thinking about doing a video like that, and maybe doing multiple ones for different systems, but maybe mainly starting with the Nintendo because it's my most nostalgic, and roll from there. And then I'm not even going to talk about the PlayStation 2 collection. You know, I'll do it. I got it. I got the stuff out. I don't know. Maybe I won't do it. I don't know. Do it, Adam. Anyway, thanks for coming by, folks. Subscribe, like if you want. Subscribe if you want. Unsubscribe if you want. And we'll just talk to you next video. Hopefully, maybe I'll get a video out before the new year, but definitely this one's coming up before the new year. But if I don't see you before the new year, Happy New Year to everybody. 2015 is upon us. The year of Back to the Future with flying hoverboards, flying cars, and my cookies are done. Ding, cookies are done. And lace-up shoes, and pizzas that cook in 8 seconds, and everything that Back to the Future had to offer us in the future. So, anyway, folks, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. Hope you had great ones. I'll definitely check out your videos if you do them with you know, your items that you maybe got for Christmas. And in a not so spoilery way, if you can let me know if you dug these games or not, I'd really appreciate it, because I appreciate jawing at y'all. Evidently I'm still talking. So signing off. Talk to you later. Peace out. 2015 coming up. New Year's. Happy New Year, folks. See you next vid. Bye.